Hello, welcome to my video. So today I bring you the 2024 Ducati Monster SP. Was able to pick this up at Ducati Sydney here in Alexandria. They've been able to secure a couple of models across New South Wales. Luckily I was able to get mine quite locally. So I just wanted to go over a few things, upgrades, largely cosmetic, 1-2 performance mods, and a problem that I personally had with this bike. So I had the first service, and following that service, the bike was running really quite rough. Not in relation to the service itself, but the idle was running really quite bad. Sounded like a misfire, sounded like it was running on one cylinder. Had it into Ducati and they did a full diagnostic on it, checked the fueling, because those that are unaware, you should not be running 98 fuel in these. You should be running 95, and especially if you're predominantly running around town, 95, otherwise you risk fouling the plugs. Now I've only ran 95 since purchasing this bike, so I believe that it was actually a faulty plug on my bike. They changed both plugs, started her up, and yeah, runs very smoothly again. So one problem aside, and that's the only problem I've had with it, a few of the cosmetic upgrades. So I've had STEK paint protection film applied to the tank, the cowl, the hugger, and the headlight. As you can see, it does not affect the transparency of light. And I'll turn the bike off, but when the bike is off, I must say it does look quite mean. So extras, I had the front radiator guard installed by Ducati. I installed the Evotech lower protection. I was also looking at going completely with Evotech because I had the front protection, because you really want to protect these Olins. But I just wanted to bling the bike out a bit more, so really like these coloured Barracuda frame sliders. Also picked up a couple of other things online, just the caps, and bit of protection for that silencer. So again, the SP comes with all of the 937 Plus upgrades, with addition of top of the range fully adjustable front and rear Olin suspension, and a Termignoni slip-on. So additionally, I've had the bar ends, the grips. I purchased Evotech's new levers. They look really high quality. The Rizoma Reservoirs, glass and CNC'd in red. The Puig, probably pronouncing that wrong, screen. So I had that tinted to match the headlights. I must say I wanted to try and keep it OEM plus, so I didn't want to completely get rid of it, and I like the contrast of red and black, and it does give me a lot more protection on the highway. The Rizoma petrol cap, really nice. The quad lock with the Evotech central mount. and because it has the stabilizer, you just need to make sure you get an extension piece for your quad lock to make sure it clears, whilst also being able to mount your phone and not get in the way of the speed you're going, of course. I also had the Evotech tail tidy. So I initially bought the Moto Dynamic one. However, Moto Dynamic, at filming of this video, currently does not offer a integrated tail light with the indicators. So I bought that with the idea that the tail light was already available. I reached out to Moto Dynamic, and unfortunately it's not, and it's not on the horizon anytime soon. So being an American model, Moto Dynamic being an American company, the indicators brackets were based on the larger, more standard indicators, not the Ducati performance ones. Yeah, don't waste your time with going with any other company, especially if you have an SP and or you want to use the LED performance indicators. Just go with Evotech. So run this way again, a few little accents here and there. So performance wise, so I initially purchased a Arrow link pipe. Wasn't happy with the fit, and in particular the clamps. The clamps really need to be revised. I actually damaged one of the clamps, and in the box they only sent me one clamp, but you actually need two, and I'll show you that in a moment. So I ended up going with STEK carbon in America. I must say, having them side by side, the STEK is of higher quality metal. It's a little bit heavier, a couple of grams heavier, but the quality on the actual metal, it just feels higher quality, and the fitment as well. It's a bit tighter fitment, but in particular these brackets, they cover the entire cutouts. Whereas with the Arrow one, it didn't cover the entire cutout. Again, whether it was just my bad luck, because there's multiple videos out there of people installing the Arrow link pipe and not saying that they had any issues. Yeah, I much prefer the STEK. Also, to complement the DCAT and the link pipe, I installed the Rapid Bike Evo module. So this one, on the Monster, I must say, it's actually really quite easy once you've got over the removal of the tank. Yeah, it's literally plug and play. The only lead that you need to plug into anything is onto the negative battery. Everything else is all plug and play. There was some forums saying that you needed to splice into your original loom or cutting to wires. You don't have to do any of that with the 937 and SP. It's literally just plug and play, and just cable management. So you've got 4 connectors. You've got the throttle position sensor that sits right underneath the tank. You also have a O2 secondary sensor that sits pretty much underneath the seat. You have the crank sensor that sits behind this plastic. And then you have the other O2 sensor that sits down there. And then the rest is really just cable management. Now, this is where Rapid Bike suggests to install it. I was quite apprehensive initially, but But yeah, they come with a very strong adhesive that attaches it to that plastic. But because it only covers half of the rapid module, I've used cable ties to secure it, just in case the adhesive was to give out, that it won't fall and get in the way of anything. Whether I actually need to do that or not, the manual doesn't say to do that, but peace of mind. I just wanted to make sure. And yeah, I've now done a few hundred kilometers. I've had no check engine light. The bike is running a lot smoother. It's not that on-off throttle. There's no surging. Yeah, I must say I'm really quite impressed. Straight out the box, it's ready to go. There's no need to take it to a dyno. The only reason that you'd probably do that is if you wanted them to install it. But again, once you've removed that tank, and there's a good video out there about replacing the air filter on these that I utilized, so thank you. Yeah, once you've removed the tank, it's really quite straightforward. So I'll start her up. Give you a listen. Yeah, overall, really impressed.